Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Mixed Media, and I'm going to be playing in my art journal today, or whatever kind of journal you want to call this. I can't even tell which is the front. Oh, that's the front. I have a friend who's an artist who has a group on Facebook, Kelly Sansone Creates With You, and she started doing a weekly prompt. So I'm going to use her prompt to help me. And you don't have to go this, I can have this go this way if I want to. All right, I do need to, this, though, just need to clip it so it stays up there. All right, and this is why I needed a bigger page, because I want to use this gel plate print that I did. Was it gel plate? Ink. I did my inks, but I really liked how it came out, where it looks like water back there. I am trying to think. I may want to do some doodling on that first. So here goes nothing. Maybe. I'm going to start without you. I'm not standing out real great right now because there's just not a lot of contrast between the picture and the background. So I'm trying to add some contrast, and I may smudge it with a little water, we'll see, or I may just end up outlining the whole thing, we'll see. But for right now, just want to make sure we can see him a little bit more. I know ideally they do not want to be seen when they're in the ocean, so this would be perfect for an actual real seahorse. They want to hide and not get eaten. And I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm just winging it here. This is a matte, no, this one's a stencil by PM Artist Studio, and when I did the inks, it just did this really fantastic thing on the, I guess I must have got some ink. I must have sprayed ink on the background of it, and it just came out really cool. I don't know. I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened. And that's how some of my best stuff sometimes happens, is I don't do it on purpose. See, he's already standing out more. This was one of my favorite prints that I did that day. Maybe we just need to outline the whole thing. I'm going to pause so you don't have to watch me outline the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and outline the whole thing, but I may be thicker in some areas than others, and that way, or maybe I like it on the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do his tail. That's going to be, I need to get my head in the shot, and you don't want to see my head in the shot. Okay, I ended up outlining the whole thing, so he stands out a little bit more now. And I don't know if I told you what I was using. I was using the Iris Blue of the Derwent Inktense, but you can just use a watercolor if you wanted to do something similar. And I'm looking for a brush that is thin. I'm going to try this one. Do you think that I have water on my table? No, because that would make sense. Be right back. Okay, let's see. Got some water. Am I very dirty? I don't want too much. I just wipe some off. I just kind of want to see if I can kind of blend it out a little bit. Not into him though. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want it to look like colored pencil. I want it to have, there we go, blend it a little bit. Maybe not do what I did there, but if I do, it's not that big a deal because he's underwater. So, you might have things like that happen. Some darker blue water is on him in some spots than others. Should I come in a little bit, maybe? Maybe just... I don't know. We're trying stuff. We don't normally do this. We have the tools, we don't have the knowledge. So, yeah. But I know that I would not have been able to have this quite as detailed as I wanted if I had used like a small brush, even a line. All right. I think I like that, how it's just, now I'm trying to think if I want to add, I think I do. Do I? Oh, I wanna, I'm afraid. I'm just gonna add a little bit of color on him or her. If it was pregnant, if it had eggs, I would. If it was holding little babies, I would know it was a him, right? Because the guys carry the babies. So yeah, I'm just trying stuff and see how it comes out. We'll see. We just do a little bit and see if we like it or not, and then go from there. Kind of want to just bring this down, have it get lighter and lighter as I come down, maybe. Oops. I just dab my brush over, and then just as I come down, just keep going across so it gets lighter as I come down. I'm not worried if I get exactly on the line. That's not what this is about. It's about trying new things. Try new things, people. Getting a little bit. Is this the color I was using? I think so. I may go in and use some of the lighter orange in here too. We'll see. Oh, I think I ripped him there a little bit. That's all right. He's going to get glued down, so it's all good in the neighborhood. It's all good in the neighborhood. So how are you guys doing? What are you working on? Has anybody started an art journal yet? You don't have to. I'm gonna start making some junk journals soon. I have a coffee one that I need to finish, or that I want to finish. I mean, I guess I don't have to. It could just sit on my shelf forever. I don't want it to sit on my shelf forever. In fact, I was almost going to do a video today of, let's do the lighter orange a little bit. I was going to do a video. I've got some of these inked pages, and I think what I'm going to do is words are hard. I'm just grabbing a bigger brush. I don't know that it's going to be helpful or not. It's a size 8. The coffee pages, is that what I was talking about? As some ink page? Oh, I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, that's too big. Don't mind me. Oh, here we go. I'll try a 4. Go ahead, down half a size. Oh, look, I've got little water droplets on here now. And this is ink, so it'll get mottled, but that's okay. Alright. Do I like that? I think I kind of do. Like, I'm just gonna I'm lightly going over that with the pencil, and then coming back over it with the water, just to, you know, feather it out. That way I still have these lines a little bit. Come down here a little bit. And then we can kind of accentuate the other lines coming down here a little bit, maybe. Just bring that design. So it's sort of like doodling, right? Except I'm using a colored water-soluble pencil thingy and blending it out. Just blending out my doodles. I got too much water. And my husband's home. Can you tell? He walks very heavy. He has no idea how heavily he walks. thinks he knows. He doesn't know. I'll leave that for a minute and then come back with the water again. Not sure how I like it, but it's okay. Almost do a rose in there, huh? I want to come in with these lines here. The fractals, Mariah loved. I told you this was from PM Artist Studio, right? I have a coupon code in my description box usually, especially if I've talked about them. And I definitely try to have them. Let's see. Just winging it. Just going the winging a prayer here, huh? Alright. No, maybe not. So, you know, just try stuff. Maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe it'll just be okay. Maybe it'll just be not horrible. Hashtag it's not horrible. Yeah, sorry. Patricia said that in one of her streams, and now it's a joke with me and at least me and Devin Yolande. Devin Rexon Art, I think she is. Yeah, go check out all the people. If you see someone leave a comment under me and they have a channel, definitely go check them out. Because it means that, you know, they're nice people because they've commented on my channel, so they must be nice, right? These lines are a little too harsh for me right now. Like, these blended out better. Oh yeah, I gotta come in and do this now, don't I? And I don't want that to be all blue in there, so make sure we bring it into the middle, out to the edges. I'm not going for perfection. I want him to be a little bit more mottled, and not perfect. He's underwater. We wouldn't see him super clear underwater. I mean, I don't think we would. Come out with his little... Well, I guess if he's going to be this brighter color, he's a he, right? Whoops. Maybe not come off into the water, but... Alright. I'm going to live with this for a minute and see how it comes out. Maybe even... Since this is the ink on the outside here, if I do some little water droplets, it should, because it's the, you know, like the Tim Holtz or Seth Apter, one of them, because I don't have that color in Dylusions. I didn't leave it on there very long, otherwise it might have shown up more. Plus it's still wet. Alright, so I'm going to tear this down to a smaller size. I'm going to find my roller that I had. So now I'm just tearing it down to a smaller workable size. And I just thought I'd speed this part up a little bit because, you know, the video is really long and I just needed to speed something up. So I took some parchment paint, parchment was a color, and a baby wipe, and just did a little color wash over the, what is that called again? Seahorse. Oh my word, words are hard. So it's just to push back the orange, the brighter orange a little bit, because I didn't want him too bright. They're not really super bright. And then I had, you know, in reality. So then I had, not that he looks like he's real, whatever. I had these dyed papers using the stencil that I made that has like the waves, and just made a border around it and stuck on the seahorse. There we go. I hit the cover. That's a trick I learned from Lisa. It's just paper, and I just use the cover that way if I get stuff in it. I'm just using my finger. Just kind of want to take all my edges and just blend them a little bit, which is doing weird things probably because of the ink, maybe. I don't know. Try to get that down a little bit more. Some of this at the bottom may not end up showing in the end, but that's okay. Just kind of just hit or miss here and there on this part, and then I'm just kind of rubbing it. So I'm not getting it perfect to begin with. I'm getting it really dark down here, but that's okay. We're just gonna pretend like it's little waves. That's all. We might even come across, well, we're gonna where the paper comes together, but it's not doing what I want. Okay, come on. But, you know, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Because like I tell you all the time, I'm just trying stuff here. I'm you know, I'm kind of a gut instinct kind of a creator, maker, artist. And I probably should have put a piece of paper under there, but well. Let's see, just a little white here and there. Kind of want this going across feeling. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're not done. This is not the finished final project. Don't worry. If you were worried, it's not over yet. If it starts to look ugly, that means we're still not done. Alright, I want to do... Alright, what I liked about this is it kind of has that, you know, reflective water business going on there. How tall do I want these? I'm gonna make grass. That's what I'm gonna make. How do you make grass? Pretty much the same way you make waves. Look at this. I'm gonna follow this line right here, which probably was a wave at one point. And we're making grass. And we're just gonna put some grass in front of them, some seagrass, because what is this? A seahorse. So I want some C's and I want some S's kind of shapes so that I have, and I want bigger ones and smaller ones. And I might use some from both sides of the paper for different texture, and I'll probably use more than one piece of paper. Some will be more straight, some will be more curved. Look at this. I kind of want to save that for something. It's so weird like that. Anybody else do stuff like that? Or is that just me? So, and then I'm just kind of making a point at this end, and a point at that end, and a point at that end, and that end doesn't matter because that can be the bottom. So I can do that again here. Just make sure I have a point at one of the ends. And I'm going to stick them at the bottom, and that way they will actually flip up and move and whatnot. I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. I'll cut off whatever edges I need to cut off. Doesn't matter. Because some will have more skinny bits on the top, some will have fatter bits on the top. Some are way longer than they need to be. Some are, I don't know. Now my finger's stuck. Yep, that can happen. See, this one has a good bit of the, looks like it's whatever. I want them to overlap. That makes it better, more better. And I want some that are taller. That he's, you know, that way it looks like he really is hiding. I need some taller ones. Alright, we need glue. Glue, 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 glue. I just had the glue. I lose the glue within seconds of when I last used it. Let's just call a spade a spade. I need that flatter on the bottom. Also now need more glue. I'm trying to tuck him under here. There we go. I don't know. What do we think? Is that enough? He's just kind of popping out the top. I feel like I need a couple really long ones. Let's do it. See, that felt long, but it's not really as well. It's a little bit longer than I had, so that's good. All right, let's make some longer. Just one or two. One or two that are like, you know, really, really, I'll just stick it on the front there. I don't want him to hide too much. I mean, I know that's his little security blanket there. Another one that's really tall. Let's do it. Do it. Do 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 do. And I'm okay if some of them are a little fatter in the middle and thinner on the top, because sometimes you might get that in the ocean. Things are not all in nature. Things are not all perfectly symmetrical. In fact, there's not much. Even we're not perfectly symmetrical. Did you know that? Have you ever really looked and paid attention? We're not symmetrical, babe. Sorry. Most of us have already noticed. You're like, yeah, I knew. I've known it. I've been knowing it. Oops, something's short and skinny. Oh, I don't want to. But I wanted to cover that corner a little bit. All right, how are we doing? We good? I think we're good. All right. Let's cut off the bottom. Was this something I planned from the beginning when I first started, you know, thinking about this? No, the grass was kind of an afterthought. The seagrass. I was like, I've got some greenish dyed paper. Let's play with that. And, yeah, it's kind of fun. Let's see if I do anything on the bottom here, just to kind of hold it down a little better, because I like that they are loose. Oh, guess what? I'm gonna have to fold this back in, aren't I? That's all right. We will. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. I think I'm gonna use, this is a Seth Apter stamp. It's just got like circles and stuff, not bubbly. Let's see. I may use some of this, which is Tim Holtz. Let's see. Just for like some bubbly type things. Oh, what is this? Looks interesting. Just like some. Right, let's do this green and kind of have it in the green, 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 green. Do we want green or do we want dark, dark? Or do we want bright? No, this is more of a seaweedy color, right? I don't know. We're just gonna wing it. Going for just kind of getting some. See, aren't you glad that I just kind of getting some green back there to pretend like it's grasses and seaweed and whatnot. Do we have to have it be perfect? No. We're just having it be back there. Ah. Is it a pretty color? Not necessarily. It's a good color to hide behind. Let's just say that. And it'll kind of give us a little bit of a... Alright. We're going to pretend like these are bubbles. And we are either going to use... Let's see. We've got like some Uncharted Mariner and or some Mermaid Lagoon or something complete. Oh, maybe Forget-Me-Not. Maybe we'll do Forget-Me-Not. And what we can even do is try it on there, see what it looks like. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I just kind of want to randomly here and there, not perfect, just adding some stamping, especially where I kind of want edges to blend. Don't Forget-Me-Not though. I'm not even putting it on there good. I'm kind of putting it on there loosey-goosey, hit or miss. Make a border with it. Let's do that. A perfect border? No. When do you know me to make perfect borders? How's that? How are we liking it? Are we liking it? It's coming along, I suppose. Let's see. Anything else? I don't know where his eye would be, so I don't want to put an eye on him. I like him kind of as just a dark silhouette, and I don't want to mess him up by trying to put an eye on there. Some stenciling, like maybe some of these types of bubbles. Maybe we've got the white on there. These I want to do in a distress ink. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do more than one color. I got some tumbled glass, maybe even some faded jeans. Go crazy and add a little bit of shaded lilac, even maybe even a little bit of honey. We'll see. We're just gonna. All right. We're gonna start with a thin layer of a lighter color. Do I still have? I probably do. I probably made a big mess over here with my. Let's put the cover back on there for a minute. With that titanium that I had off to the side. Look, there it is. Where's my baby wipe? No, I don't want a baby wipe. I want this one that I use because I want to kind of get a lighter color under there so that the other colors will show. So then we just kind of hit a little bit of blue here and there. And then we'll hit a little bit of lighter blue here and there. Yes, I have one for dark blue and one for light blue. I do. And you can too if you wanted to, or you could just have one for blue. Lavender. I could have just taped that down and then I wouldn't have to use my mouth, my teeth to open that. Just kind of hitting lilac here and there. And yellow. That one's not yellow. It's close to yellow. Red, orange, pink. Well, I don't know where yellow went, so we're just going to use this. I could use the orange one, but I'm just going to use that. For now, just get a little bit of yellow here and there, because underwater things are not all perfectly one color. Let's do it on this side. We may come over a little bit more too with some of that. Maybe not as much of the lighter color underneath, but the lighter color, by doing the light paint underneath, I don't really have much light paint anymore. All right, dark blue, just hitting a little bit here and there. And light blue. Hope I can figure out all these covers when I'm done. And, oh, where did I put the shaded lilac? I closed it. Of course I did. I don't think I used the faded jeans, so that's fine. I'm not using my teeth to open that. You're just imagining that. And a little bit of yellow. because there's all kinds of colors that reflect in the ocean and whatnot. All right, I'm gonna come here. I mean, I guess this would have been a little easier maybe if I had used my bigger stencil, but that's all right. I'm just kind of, I'm not even paying attention right now. I'm just hitting it here and there. Just hitting it. That's all right. So we can see that in the background a little bit. Let's get right here a little bit. That one's dark blue. And that one's paint, which I need to make sure I clean. And I got some yellow on there and everything. Okay. There we go. That I like that. That helps bring the background. I don't know. I like it. Add some color. We like color. Don't be afraid of color. And now I need to make sure that this gets washed right away, which I'm just gonna, if I had a wet wipe, it would be wet, but it's not. So I'm just gonna make sure I get the paint off. Otherwise, I won't be able to use it again because it'll be hard as a rock. But if I get the paint off right away, I can use it again. Now, where is the cover to my honey? Honey, do. I don't want it to go out. Nope, that was a piece of washi tape. Could do some washi tape. I could do a little bit of bubble wrap. We like bubble wrap. I don't care that it got overused 20 years ago. And people didn't want to use it because it was so overly used, apparently. I don't know. I watched Seth After yesterday, and they were talking about that. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care if I can tell that it's bubble wrap. I like it. I like it like that. Just throw them in there. Don't try to make them perfect. Just get them in the drawer where they belong, and that's good. That's better than usual. Just saying. Usually they just stay on my desk. I'm trying, people. I'm trying your patience is what I'm trying. Just want to hit it a little bit with a little bit of I don't want it super thick. Just want to hit it a little tiny bit, barely touching it. You know what I'm saying? There, just barely touching it. That's what I want to do. Just adds a little bit of brightness. Now, last question. Do I want to edge my page with color? I kind of do. I want to maybe do where's the Uncharted Mariner? I want a darker color. And then if I get, well, I've already got some on the next page, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Because if I use this distress ink, also what can happen is I can come back in and spritz some water on it and, you know, have some of the other colors showing through. So I'm just adding a vignette. Just adding a little vignette. Frame out my piece. I think it's called a vignette, where you just kind of have like a thick whatever of alright, what are we thinking? Did I do alright? Did I cover the underwater theme? Should we do a little bit of what I just said? Get some water splatters on the outside here. Let's not leave that in there. We like our brushes. Let's treat them nice. Especially my watercolor brushes. Oh my goodness. Don't want to ruin them. Okay, we've got this. We're just letting it sit for a minute. Let it pull up some of the, there we go. I think it did. Yep, there we go. A little bit of mottled here and there. Sometimes it depends on what kind of paper it goes on, if it models good or not. All right, there's my under the sea. Under the sea. Let me turn it this way so you can see it. Now turn your head sideways. I don't know, he's kind of fun. I wanted to do something with this gel plate print, and I didn't know what I was going to do. So there is my Under the Sea prompt from Kelly Sansone. Her group, Kelly Sansone Creates With You. That's the prompt for this week. So I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you.